So since the racing seats I picked up were Cipher knockoffs, I figured I'd go with the Cipher seat brackets for my C5 Corvette to make the installation nice and easy, but not so fast, my friends. What's going on, guys? If you're new to the channel, my name is Dave. This is my 2004 C5 Corvette. So if you're into Corvette content, especially C5 content, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Now, in a previous video, about a month or so ago, I picked up some Amazon seats that are pretty much like knockoff Cipher and Brom seats. I got them for cheap. They're like 325 bucks. So I figured I would go ahead and get the Cipher seat brackets just to make installation a little bit easier. But there are a few quirks about these seat brackets that I will show you. But first, let's get into removing the passenger seat. It's pretty simple, not too difficult to do. All you need is a 15mm socket, a pry tool just to get these covers off the front here, and we can go ahead and pull the passenger seat out. So let's get into that. So these are easy enough to do. You just get your little pry tool in here, pop this out. Then all you have to do is just slide this forward, and it slides off that little bracket there that holds on to that. And now we have access to the 15mm bolts up front. And then that's the nut. Now we can get to the other side. Now with the front done, let's go to the back. One thing I have to remember to do before I put the seats in is vacuum this thing out. My goodness. Alright, so now both rear nuts are off, the front nuts are off, so now we can go ahead and pull this seat out of here. One thing I recommend doing is putting some type of blanket down to protect your door sills. And yes, my blanket is yellow. How cute is that? Now, one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to disconnect the electric seats if you do have them. It's easy enough. You just push this peg that goes into this little slot right here. Just push that in, that pops out. And then this piece is attached to the bracket on the underside of the seat. Up to you. I mean, if you want to keep this intact, you'll see that there's like a little piece right here that kind of holds this clip in that's underneath. So you need to raise this side of the clip first and then just slide it out that way. When you're under there, you'll see what I mean if you're doing this. If you don't care, then I guess you can just break it off. But I just wanted to keep it just in case, if for whatever reason, if I do go back to these seats, at least everything is still intact and ready to go. That is the passenger seat out of the car. Alright, now with the seat out of the car, we will see the issue here with the brackets. These brackets are made for C5 and for C6. So you'll see that there's two seatbelt attachments, one on this side and one on that side. Now when you look at the C5 seat, you only have this one single post, and that's what your seatbelt gets attached to. So if you look at any other brackets for C5, they only have that post. And the C6s have this post for, this is where the bottom of the seat belt fits for a C6. So right here, this gets attached actually to the seat on the C6. And it gets attached to right here. So to make these brackets work for the C5 seat and for the C5, you actually have to cut off this bracket here. You just have to cut it flush with that. So that's what I have to do in order to make these brackets fit. I have to do it to both sides, obviously, because both sides have the same issue. Now this is labeled right side, but obviously, or R, I'm assuming R is right. This says L, I know I'm upside down, but that's L, I'm assuming for left. So, but actually this bracket will go on the driver's side here, and you'll see that just trying to test fit this, I mean, so I got that side, and obviously that right there is contacting. So just need to cut that off, and then these brackets should slide right in. All the measurements are good. The brackets themselves are nice. They're nice brackets. You know, nice looking welds. The screw holes, they do include like the 6mm Allen here. I think it's 6mm, don't quote me on that. But I did pick up some other seat screws that are a little bit longer. You see these barely go out past the bracket, so the ones I got are longer, and they include a washer and a lock nut. But so the seat brackets themselves, they're good quality, but it's just they make them for C5 and for C6 to make them work for your C5. Again, you just have to cut that off. A little annoying, but I guess that's their way of cutting costs. It's just one jig and they set it and forget it, I guess. Alright guys, so that's just a quick update on where I am with the seats. I know a bunch of you have been asking, how are the seats coming out? I've been waiting on the brackets, been waiting on them since like early December. So finally just got them the other day. At first I thought I got the wrong brackets, but after talking with Cipher, they said they make the brackets for both C5 and C6. So again, I just have to modify them to cut off the one side there, and then they'll be able to fit here in the C5. You know, the seat mounting holes that are pre-drilled into the seat bracket are pretty close to the seat brackets that are on those Amazon seats. I just have to elongate the one hole ever so slightly. It's like just by a hair. But again, I'll get into that once I do finally put these seats in. But again, just want to give everybody a quick update. And also, I just want to make everybody aware, if you are looking at the Cipher seat brackets for your C5 or C6, there is no issue if you have C6, but if you do have C5, you do have to shave off that one side in order to make these brackets fit. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.